Only one remains. The words echoed across the wooden platform. 9 women had already been chosen. Smiles, nervous laughter, hands clasped with unfamiliar men. At the end of the line stood Clara Mayhew, alone, her eyes fixed on the ground like she'd already accepted her fate. The matchmaker turned to the final man. "Mr. Cole, she's the last." Harlan Cole lifted his gaze. He was quiet, broad-shouldered, his face marked by years of hard ranch work and harder losses. He didn't rush his decision like the others. He watched Clara closely, the way her fingers twisted together, the way she stood braced, as if ready to be dismissed. "Why are you still here?" he asked her. Clara answered without looking up. "Because no one wants what's damaged." A murmur passed through the crowd. Harlan inhaled slowly, then spoke clearly. "Then give me the one no one wanted." Gasps broke out. Clara's head snapped up, eyes wide with disbelief. The wagon ride to Harlan's ranch stretched across endless land. Clara said little, expecting questions, demands, disappointment. Instead, Harlan offered water, asked if the seat was comfortable, and left the rest unsaid. When they arrived, he showed her the small but sturdy house. "That room's yours," he said, pointing. "You're not a guest here." That night, Clara lay awake, stunned by the quiet. No shouting. No conditions. Just space. Life on the ranch was hard but honest. Harlan worked from dawn to dusk. Clara cooked, cleaned, and slowly brought warmth back into a house long ruled by silence. He thanked her. Every time. He never raised his voice. Never touched her without permission. And most importantly, he never asked about her past. Weeks passed. Clara stopped flinching at footsteps. She laughed once, surprised by the sound of it. Harlan heard and smiled, pretending he hadn't noticed. Winter arrived cruel and fast. A blizzard buried the ranch, cutting them off completely. One night, Clara collapsed by the stove, fever raging. Her breathing grew shallow, her skin burning hot. Harlan panicked. He carried her to bed, wrapped her in blankets, and stayed beside her, spooning water between cracked lips, whispering words he wasn't sure she could hear. "I chose you," he murmured through clenched teeth. "You don't get to leave now." For 2 days, Clara drifted between life and death. When she finally opened her eyes, Harlan sat slumped in a chair nearby, exhausted, eyes red from sleepless nights. In that moment, Clara realized something terrifying and beautiful: this man needed her too. Spring followed slowly, melting snow and fear alike. They rebuilt fences together, planted new crops, shared quiet meals. Trust deepened where uncertainty once lived. One evening, as the sky burned orange, Clara finally asked the question that had haunted her. "Why did you choose me that day?" Harlan didn't answer right away. "Because I knew what it felt like," he said softly. "To be looked at like you're disposable. And I knew if I walked away, the world would finish what it started." Clara reached for his hand. "Steady now. Then I'm not here because no one wanted me. I'm here because you saw me." He nodded. "And because you stayed." The town never expected much from the unwanted bride. They whispered. Judged. Assumed she'd fail. But when illness spread through Pine Ridge, it was Clara who organized care. When drought hit, Harlan opened his land. The ranch thrived, not from luck, but from partnership. Years later, people still talked about the cowboy who made a foolish choice. Harlan would only smile. "She was never unwanted," he'd say. "They just didn't know her worth."